Ain't about your bread and I can't fuck with ya. I thought you was 100, but you showed me 50. You said you was gonna ride, huh? And the coupe that's parked outside, that bitch looks so expensive. I bet it cut your eye, huh?
Hey bro, we got YSL versus YFN, the war between Young Thug and YFN Lucci, you feel me? Now, I got like a song. I got like one song from YFN Lucci. Forgot what song it was called, but that shit fire. And the Young Thug, yeah, I probably got some songs with him, but no cap. If y'all don't know those situation on Young Thug though, bro, Young Thug, Gunna, you know what I'm saying, that whole gang is on the RICO charge right now, which is crazy, but yeah, we finna hop into this, bro.
Atlanta has been running the rap game for the last 10 years, but behind the music is a culture of crime, gangs, and violence. Two of ATL's hottest rappers been in the heated beef over the past few years that's led to threats on social media and violence. Let's dive into the war between Young Thug and YFN Lucci. Young Thug is one of the most influential artists in the game. When he first came into the industry, people were shocked by his wild behavior, fashion sense, and unusual delivery. But over time, Thug gained the respect for being a true pioneer who paved the way for a new generation of rappers. Thug grew up in the Jonesboro South Projects in Atlanta's Zone 3 neighborhood. He was the second youngest of 11 kids. Most of his siblings were in the streets, so he jumped off the porch at an early age, around 8 or 9 years old. He started selling drugs and getting into fights in school, and was even expelled in 6th grade for breaking a teacher's arm. For that, he spent the next 4 years in juvie. In an interview with Rolling Stone, he said he didn't have anything to do in juvie except gamble, fight, and Thug is affiliated with the Bloods from Cleveland Avenue, one of the main roads that runs through Zone 3 by the projects where he grew up. They used to call themselves the ROC Crew, or Raised on Cleveland. Thug was always the trendsetter and also looked at as a leader in his hood. So he started his own crew and brand called YSL, which eventually became his record label. YSL has been labeled a gang by the police, but Thug and others denied this and say it's a family and music collective, which stands for Young Stoner Life. According to Thug, YSL wasn't created to commit crime and violence, but to create legal opportunities for his friends and family. And if you look at Thug's accomplishments and what he's achieved in the music industry, it seems like it's been a success. Some of the first artists Thug signed were his day ones, Gunna and Lil Duke, with other names later coming on board like brothers Lil Keed and Lil Got It, Yak Gotti, Strick, T-Shine, Unfook, and a lot more. In a short amount of time, Thug built his own empire and made a promise to make all of his friends rich. One of Thug's early contributions to the rap game was using the word slime to refer to a friend or homie, or just a slimy activity. But it was first used by New York rappers like Nori, who used the term in a tweet back in 2009. Then it was popularized by Young Thug, who dropped a series of tapes in the late 2010s called Slime Season. Since then, the term has been used by everyone from Playboi Carti to Drake, showing how influential Thug is. Young Thug made his debut in 2010, appearing on the song She Can Go by True Royal. Then he dropped his own solo mixtapes called I Come From Nothing Parts 1 through 3. This caught Gucci Mane's attention, who signed the rapper to his 1017 label in 2013. Thug then dropped the project 1017 Thug that same year, which got high praise from fans and critics and earned attention from magazines and media, who included the project on several year-end lists. So it seemed like things were really heating up for Thug. After Gucci got locked up in 2013, Thug started making more moves in the industry. He linked up with Birdman and Rich Homie Quan to form Rich Gang in 2014, leading to rumors that he might sign with Cash Money. Then, in 2014, he dropped the track Stoner, which became his breakout hit. On the song, he even shouts out his old crew, dropping the bar, "Hear my song, wait from YCC, ROB, SMN. Now we YSL Venom." YCC stands for Young Thugs in Charge, and ROB stands for Raised on Cleveland, what the Bloods call Cleveland Ave, where Thug grew up, and SMM stands for Sex, Money, Murder, which is an East Coast gang. So basically, he's talking about how he ranked up through other Atlanta gangs to make his own collective. But while Thug was blowing up in the industry, another rapper from Zone 3 was also gaining the buzz. YFN Lucci is a rapper who grew up in the Summerhill hood of Zone 3, not far from the Jonesboro Projects where Thug grew up. Lucci went to Southside High School and played football, but after practice, he said he and his friends used to be in the streets trying to make money. Lucci's from a blood set called ABG, or Atlanta Blood Gang, which is a branch off of the Inglewood family Bloods from Los Angeles. He, his brother, and their close homies would form their own clique called YFN, which stands for Young Fly. Just like YSL, Lucci denies that YFN is a gang and says that it's just a music group and record label. But police look at it differently and say it's an influential set of the Bloods that Lucci controls. Lucci's brother, YFN, was the one who encouraged him to start rapping, along with his best friend's older brother, Big Nut. Big Nut was a respected dude in Atlanta who also had ties to Young Thug and the ROC crew. He heard Lucci's music and believed in his talent, so he started plugging him in with people in the industry who could help his career, including his current manager, Fly. Fly also managed Rich Homie Quan, who was featured on the track Exactly How It Was from Lucci's first mixtape, Wish Me Well. At that time, Rich Homie Quan and Thug were still close because of Rich Gang, so there wasn't any beef between YSL and YNF. But as Thug was reaching the top of the rap game and YFN Lucci was building a buzz for himself, a crucial event would cause a big split in the city of Atlanta. In January 2015, Big Nut was killed in a drive-by at a barbershop on McDaniel Street in the Castleberry Hill neighborhood of Southwest Atlanta. Nut was standing outside the barbershop when a car drove by and someone fired an automatic weapon. Another dude in his 20s and a 14-year-old boy also got shot in the leg but survived.
Damn.
Even though police ain't have a clear motive, they said the shooting was gang-related. Big Nut was a major figure in Atlanta, and his death was a loss to the city. Besides being close to YFN Lucci, he was loved and respected throughout Atlanta's hip-hop scene. It's not clear who killed Big Nut since his murder was never solved, but there's rumors that the YSL crew had something to do with it. Even though no one was ever caught, Atlanta police said Big Nut's death sparked as many as 37 other crimes, including 4 murders. So not only were the streets of Atlanta hot because of his death, it also led to a major split in the local rap scene. Lucci often talks about how much Big Nut helped his career and was a genuine friend to him. Rappers from Atlanta were forced to pick sides between YSL and YFN, with many past collaborators turning away from Thug, like Rich Homie Quan and Bloody J. But the beef wasn't held to just the industry, and things played out in the streets too. In an interview with Karen Civil, Lucci said that his childhood home got shot up multiple times, including once where his mother and her friend got caught in the crossfire. He don't reveal who shot up his house, but based on the timeline, many think it was the work of YSL. This just tightened the tension between both sides, and not long after, YFN Lucci and Thug got into a public war on social media. In February 2016, YFN took shots at Thug by going after those closest to him. First, he went at Thug's fiancée, Jerica Carle, implying that they slept together in the past. He tweeted, "I know you miss laying on that sofa with me, girl. #Rika." Even though he ain't mentioned her by name, fans knew who he was talking about. He followed that up by tweeting, "I got your on a leash," and "Fly took a rich."
I can't imagine hating on another man, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. But yeah, love y'all. God bless you. I'm finna see y'all, bro. No kid.